Welcome to tonight's Sunday night Map Out the Week call. Thank you guys for hopping on. I'm going to go ahead and let some people get on the call. So I'm going to let, maybe 5 minutes go by. So if you guys are inviting some people, I know Francisco's inviting people. He's going to hop on the call here shortly. So thank you for being on. I appreciate you. And I appreciate the people that are going to be hopping on, watching this call on the replay. I know we've all been looking forward to our Mindset Map Out the Week call. A lot of us have. I know myself, I have. This is a place that I can get together with you guys and be able to share a little bit of mindset, share a little bit of why it's important to be able to gather together on a Sunday to be able to take on our week. Because a lot of the times our weeks and our months go by super fast. And we're not able to keep track of a lot of things. And that's okay sometimes. Life is that way. And you just can't get a grasp on things. And that's why we have these calls. This call is going to be obviously about 20 minutes long. I'm not going to keep it too long. I did do like a little prize giveaway to the people that shared this link on their wall, or if they got one or two people on the call, I was going to go ahead and give them an incentive, for their hard work. So that's something that you can look forward to as well. Brittany, and then all the people that are going to be watching this on the call as well, is going to look forward to that on Sundays, because that's the way I'm going to best do our advertisement. So if you guys, share this with somebody, share this on a Sunday. If you guys get a new person on, then the people that are getting the most people on Sundays to talk about mindset and just be on a call with us for about 10-20 minutes. Some calls are going to be shorter or longer, but roughly around 20 minutes at the most, 30 minutes tops. That's it. Obviously Zoom only allows 40 minutes, so this is something that I've been looking forward to doing for quite some time now. So I'm just excited about being able to share that with you guys. I know last week's winner was Audra. For the people that watched last week's call, Audra was our winner last week. This week, I still haven't picked a winner, but I will let you guys know on my posts, on my stories. So those are the stories that, you guys can tag whenever you guys are, looking for a post to share. Those are the posts that I'm going to be captioning on the bottom. That way you guys can win, the prizes that we give out. I know that, before I, started this call, I wanted to just give people some time. So right now I'm just kind of talking about the prize giveaway and what I'm going to be doing on Sunday night. So people that invite the most people onto the call on Sundays, that's the person that I'm going to be giving the money to, or whatever it is that we're giving that week. Right now we're giving out, obviously Cash App money or, gift cards. We send Audra a gift card with a little nice card. That's what I'm going to do for everybody that participates. This is one of those things to where it's like school participation grade, because a lot of the times, you can watch the video on the replay, but I'm going to also be incentivizing the people that are, adding value to these calls, because that's the whole point of this. We want to keep this moving, and we want to keep this, going. And that leads me into my topic. So I won't take too much of you guys' time. I appreciate you guys for hopping on. A lot of the other people that are going to be watching this call, they're going to be watching it on the replay. I just wanted to make sure that I have the live audience on for this call, and then the people that are going to be hopping on, obviously they'll just hop on, watch it on the replay whenever they watch it. So I'm going to be talking a little bit about the 5 levels of leadership, because a lot of the times we're just wandering around running our business, or trying to find an idea, or just trying to understand how it is that you want to go about your business. We want to first understand the 5 levels of leadership. So if you guys have a pen handy, you guys want to write this down. The first one being position. So a lot of people stay at position, a job title, or entrepreneur, per se. Entrepreneur, right? That's just a job title. It's more about what you're going to do to ask for permission to coach that person. So that's level 2, permission. When you get people's permission to coach them and guide them in your life, that's when you start becoming a leader. So number 3 is production. Okay. So a lot of people stay stuck at this level, just producing. I just want to produce. I just want to, get this done. And all they focus on is the goals, the result, and they don't ask for any permission, or they don't, posture into somebody's life. And that's something that you learn in leadership. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys on this Sunday. Number 4 is people development. Are you able to develop people? Are you able to get on these calls, whether it's for 1, 2, 3, the people on the replay? Are you able to still help these people develop, and are you able to help create a mindset of winners? That's going to be number 4, people development. And then number 5 is the pinnacle. That's what everybody reach. That's when everybody reaches that, that point where, the people development is there, the production, the permission, that you ask people for permission so that you can be their coach in their life. Because a lot of the times people use the position and then they just say, well, you got to listen to me because you're the boss, and they're forced to listen to you. I know that a lot of the times we are, working, or we're around people that are in level 1 companies that are, just going based off production and position and ranks. And then they just care about, how much you're going to do in one day. That's very important for us to understand where it is that we fit and where it is that we are. Because a lot of the times where we fit is not where we are, and where we are is not where we fit. We have to understand what our fit is. What does it look like to you to run a successful day? Do you have to serve, people? Do you have to trade more? Do you have to share it with more people? What is it that you want to do in your business, Or what is it that you want to do in your life? Because you might, be a mother, that's watching on the replay later, and you may, want to serve your household. You may, have, very limited time to when it comes to, hopping on these calls, or you may have very little time when it comes to you being able to be very, very responsive on the chat groups. But what can we do still? Because we got to ask ourselves, what can we do if I can't do those things that I'm required to do in my business? Because we want to start moving forward towards our goals. We don't want to set barriers for ourselves, because a lot of the times what we do is we set barriers for ourselves. And that's going to lead me into my next topic. The kingdom is like a seed. Your business is like a seed. So you don't want to set barriers, because you're going to be planting seeds, right? You're going to be planting seeds of abundance. You're going to be planting seeds of, great value. You're going to be planting seeds of great opportunity for other people. You're going to be planting seeds of confidence, encouragement, all these different seeds, right? So you don't want to set traps by setting barriers, like artificial barriers, like what if that doesn't go right, or what if this, or what if that. Those what ifs, we have to learn how to minimize them so that we can maximize our imagination and our creativity. Because that's when, if we don't have that component of our brain right in tune with our spirit, then that's when we can start, seeing those hiccups in our business or in our life, to where we don't see things flowing as smoothly as we want them to. So how you approach these 5 levels is going to determine your entire success in your career and in your life. And this is something that can bless your life tremendously, like it has for us. So the scripture about the kingdom, I'm going to share with you guys today, is going to be on Matthew 7, 5 through 6. So if you guys want to read that Bible verse this week, feel free to. I'm going to go ahead and post it on my story so you guys can check that out. And it's going to share that you shouldn't throw away your pearls to pigs. And I want to just keep that into context, right? Because obviously we're in the 21st century. A lot of people are like, what do you mean, pearls to the pigs? I'm not around pigs. But if we really think about it, it's talking about a general concept. Throwing your pearls, meaning like your best value, your best words, your best energy. When you give your best energy to that person that doesn't really care, that's what it's talking about. You're throwing your pearls away through the pit to the pigs. And you should also know that those people are always going to be those people. They're just going to be those people that just want to suck your energy. And we have to understand that, yeah, we have to give them love, because we don't want to be rude to people. But at the same time, we want to be able to remove ourselves from those situations and those scenarios so that we can have the best energy for the things that we do truly aspire to attract. Because in life, you don't get, in life, you get what you picture. Okay. So if you can't picture yourself being successful, if you can't picture yourself being in a car that you want, if you can't picture yourself in a house that you really want, then it's not going to happen for you. That's just the way it is. And I don't say that to discourage you. I say that to encourage you, because if you push a little bit harder, you'll be able to understand what it is that I'm talking about. I know a lot of the people, some of the people weren't able to make the call, because they're at work. But one of the students that stands out to me is Audra. She's having a lot of breakthroughs spiritually, mentally, and physically. And I just wanted to, congratulate her for her breakthroughs, because I know she's going to probably watch this on the replay. And that's something that's amazing, because you're able to break through certain barriers. She, at a point in time, and I'm not going to get too much into her story just to, for the sake of time, but I remember her a time ago. She wanted to, just really run her business from home, and she really wanted to trade. And she was just hiccuping and playing like a balancing act with life, like a lot of us do. Should I just fully launch to this? Should I, keep working at my job? And we've come to the conclusion that she's probably no longer going to be there after October. This is something that we're working on because of everything that she's built up to, having in her life. So that's something that's a blessing for her to be able to say, you know what, this is true thought energy. This is why I pay my mindset coach, Isaiah, to teach me mindset, whenever we have our one-on-ones. And these calls are obviously just a bonus, to add to the value that I give to the people that I do one-on-ones with. So that's something that she's been able to see in her life, and she's been able to see God move in her life. And that's something that I want you guys to, just take and really own, because God is here for everybody, not just for Isaiah and Amanda. He's here for Brittany. He's for Francisco. He's here for Joel that's on the call with us tonight. And he's for the people here watching on the replay as well. So what can this bring you in a sense of belonging? It feels great to truly feel welcomed, right? What can this really bring you in a sense of belonging? Because a lot of people don't understand what belonging means. Belonging means that you guys can do whatever it is that you guys do in character around that person. So if you guys are able to, feel welcomed around our team, if you guys are able to feel welcomed around our community, then we're doing our job as leaders. And that's part of my goal with all these calls, is to get as many people together as possible, because I know it's difficult in this day and age when everybody's going through different things and COVID happening and all this, different, all these different challenges that are happening spiritually, mentally, and physically, because ultimately it's all coming from the mindset, from the pattern that people have. That's why they have illnesses and sicknesses. So we truly love every single one of you, and I just wanted to let you guys know, we love every single one of you guys unconditionally, to the best of our abilities. Obviously, we're human, so we, may say things from time to time that may rub people off the wrong way. That's all in all, it's all in good. Because at the end of the day, we want you to be the best version of you. We don't want you to look back at 2020 and say, damn, I should have done a little bit different. Damn, I should have just said yes to that, not yes to that. Like, we don't want you to be in that position in 2020. We want you to really fully own your decisions and say, you know what, that's exactly what I wanted to do, because that's what I wanted to do. And that's what this is all about. So when we start believing in this power of our words, our life starts sprouting wings. And that's when it starts becoming really magical. That's what I'm excited about, when you guys start believing more in the power of your words. That's why I mentioned Audra, and I highlighted that point in this call, because when you start believing in your words, they start happening. That's how we were able to come to Denver, and we're able to map out this business from the ground to where it's at now. And a lot of the people that are on this call, are new. Francisco, I know he was out, with us when we were building this from like scratch, when there was nothing happening, when we were staying up at 1 a.m., 2 a.m. just to be on the call, to not freeze our asses off. And excuse my French, but I just wanted to say that just for the people that think, this is a joke, or this is something that's not serious, or this is not a job, or this is like whatever it is that you may think, this is a lot of hard sweat, blood, and tears. When it comes to building a business like this, it's blood, sweat, and tears. And you have to understand that every level is going to bring a greater level of pain, but you're also going to rise in a greater level of power. So that's the thing. When you have greater levels of pain, you're going to have greater levels of power. I wanted to recognize the efforts of 3 people on this call, okay? And that being Audra, Francisco, and Stacia, okay? Audra won for shifting, and she's doing amazing. She was our winner of the week last week. Francisco, you're doing amazing with the flyers, bro, and just with recruiting and marketing and bringing people in and just really treating this like a business. And Stacia, you're doing phenomenal, girl. You've gotten 2 people on to this business, and you're continuing to fire on all cylinders. And I'm just excited to see what God has in store for you. I just wanted to take the time to recognize those 3 individuals. Obviously, I love every single one of you guys, so I don't want you guys to feel like you guys aren't special either. Everybody's special. It's just that we all deserve that next level recognition. And that's where they, to me, they stood out this week, and they've stood out for a while now. So I just thought I'd, take the time to recognize that and share that with them. So this point, and it's okay. This point, I talked about that. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this call. If you guys are seeing value in this call, if you guys share it tomorrow, that incentivizes more people to come on the Sunday calls. That way, more people hear about this stuff, because truly, I mean, like if you're talking about, value, right? a lot of the times we're watching a Netflix show that we've watched over and over and over and over. So how much value are we really receiving from that? You know, and I understand that people are like, well, that's my show, or that's my whatever, that's my vibe. Or, you know, I like that music rather than, you know, listening to this guy ramble for 30 minutes. We have to understand that, you know, people are going to feel that about us. People are going to feel like indifferent because we're trying to create change in the world, right? And a lot of people don't sit well with change. How many of us have been around people that when we start bettering our life, they start telling you, yeah, well, but I know that, like, you know, once you start doing that, we'll see if you stay in the business. Or once you start seeing that, we'll see if you want to stay on. Like, it's almost like they want you to fail, but they don't want to tell you that straight up to your face. And that's something that, you know, I wanted to share on this call because there's a lot of that happening in our country. You know, a lot of people are like, well, I'm doing this because I feel like this is best for me. Yeah, but is that best for, you know, your purpose? Because your purpose is different from what's best for you as a human. Because as a human, you might be looking at this in three planes: spiritually, physically, or mentally. Okay. So if you're looking at it on just one plane, you're doing yourself a disfavor because you're only seeing one part of the pie, right? You want to be seeing all three angles. You want to be doing spirituality, you want to be doing your physical, and you want to be doing your mental. You want to have all those three areas combined because that's why you see those, you know, those instances. You know, I know for me, when I was, you know, first starting this, I felt like, you know, some days I had the energy and then some days I didn't. And then I felt like I needed to do more. Like, if you feel that way, that means that you need to do more. That's all that means. That means you need to do more in your business, in your life. Probably share this with more people. Start getting more involved in the calls. Whatever the case may be for you, just find that niche and be able and glue that, you know, that niche with what it is that your purpose is. Because your niche and your purpose are two different things. Your niche is what you're going to be good at. Your niche is going to be some of your gifts, some of your talents, and your purpose is what God put you on this planet for. And you have to understand that our purpose is to serve. So if we don't serve people, we feel void and we feel empty. I know that, you know, I share this with a lot of the students. Why? Because a lot of the times people think that I'm just trying to get people to recruit for me. At the end of the day, people need to recruit for themselves. So I just teach you how to be open to that so that you can always build a community of money for yourself and a community of great individuals that can give you blessings, prayer, and just the energy that you may need when you're going through a down season, because we're all going to experience down seasons. It's how we manage them, and it's who we choose to have around our life in those seasons that make us or break us at the end of the day. There's nothing wrong with doing for others. So always understand there's nothing wrong with doing for others. Always balance what you give to always have the energy to give. So we want to balance our giving, right? I know that a lot of the times a lot of people want to do one-on-ones. You know, there's certain ways that are heavier with one-on-ones. So I have less value on these calls. This call I was able to put together a little bit differently because of how smoothly everything's running, because of everybody doing what they need to be doing. I want to also give a shout out to Amanda because she's been doing amazing with handling a lot of, you know, the operations and just balancing the timing and messaging the team and just being available for every single one of you guys. I know that could be a little bit overwhelming for somebody like, you know, like her that's coming into this, you know, very new to the industry and to, you know, what sales and marketing and trading and all this stuff is. So I just wanted to give her, you know, props for that because she's doing amazing, as well as all of you guys that are pushing towards your goals and, you know, aspirations. Obviously, you guys are always, you know, successful in your own regard. And that's one thing that, you know, I always want to encourage every single person to believe. I don't want anybody to feel like they need to be doing anything different to feel some kind of way. Because if you feel like you need to be doing something different to feel some kind of way, then you're also not feeding your brain every day the way you need to be. Because that's where that's coming from. Um, always balance what you're giving to always have the energy to always give. Okay. For me, it started when I was in complete disturbia, believe it or not. I was really like a mess. I was like, really, you want me to talk about my messes to the world? Are you kidding me? Like, I thought it was like the stupidest thing. I really thought it was the stupidest thing. I was like, wait, but like, how the heck is people supposed to, I was like, how the heck are people supposed to learn from my mistakes? I really didn't know how. I really didn't know how. And I stayed there for about 3 years. And then I met a group of people, you know, about actually 2 years ago, and they were able just to revolutionize the way I thought. They were just able to put me in a position to understand the laws of the universe and the laws of thinking to go along with the laws that I already knew, laws of discipline, consistency. There's certain things that I wasn't doing, like using my imagination, my intuition properly. Because a lot of the times we're like, no, I'm just going to see what this brings me. You already know what that's going to bring you. Why are you going to throw yourself in the season like that? Because at the end of the day, we're all going to go through seasons, right? But what you plant in the summer, you won't be able to see in the fall if you just go back to the way it is that you were. This is why I share this with you guys, because energy just is. Energy doesn't care about our reasoning. Energy is, it's an energy. It just is. Like I can't guide it somewhere. I can only attract it to me or push it away. Those are two of the things that I can do with my energy. I want to share that you will always have your summers where the work will sustain the fall. Okay. So the summers, the work will sustain the fall. Get it? The fall. So people have seasons and put you in a great winter. Okay. As the winter hits, what do you think you should keep doing? Planting seeds. Because like I mentioned earlier on this call, your business is like the kingdom, like Jesus said. So you got to plant seeds of abundance, seeds of prosperity, seeds of progress. You have to plant these seeds in your garden for you to go to your garden and be able to collect them, right? You can't just show up at your garden and you didn't plant no seeds and then you're like, damn, I'm hungry. There's nothing to eat. There's nothing that I can reap here because I didn't plant anything. So when spring comes, you will start to experience your breakthroughs. Okay. Literally take your life in these 4 planes. And that's why they invented them. Obviously, that's why we have our seasons. We don't just have our seasons just to enjoy them. We have our seasons to do something with them, right? It's not the amount of seasons that you live. It's what you do with the seasons that you live. That's what it's about. Things that have built more momentum in my life. And I'm going to wrap it up with this because I did, promise you guys a nice, short, sweet call. And that's one thing that I plan on doing for you guys this evening. So 2 things that I want to leave you guys with. Law of averages. Okay. So law of averages. Last week we talked about the law of thinking into results, right? The law of thinking, the first law. So today we're going to talk about the law of averages, consistency. You never get any more than what you are consistent with. Your effort and your attitude will set your vibration. Okay? So your effort and your attitude will set your vibration. Your vibration will determine what you attract into your life. So you want to first be consistent and you want to first have a great attitude and you want to have a great effort in what it is that you're doing. That way you can always experience a great level of vibration that will help you attract what it is that you want in your life. A lot of us are only familiar with the law of attraction. We have to make ourselves familiar with a lot of the other laws as well, like the law of consistency, like the law of averages, or I should say the law of averages. That's it. The law of thinking, the law of perpetual transmutation, where everything is turning from invisible to visible. That's what I'll talk a little bit more about on the next call. But I thought I'd just share that, introduce you guys to the law of averages, because how consistent you are at something with the proper attitude is going to always determine what you get in life. Because a lot of the times we're doing really good in one area, but we blow up on that one person and we're going to attract exactly that in every scenario. The other laws would be like, so neglecting the other laws, I wanted just to end it with this. So neglecting the other laws would be like saying, if I drop this pen, it's not going to go to the ground. Just like the laws of gravity, there are laws that govern what we earn through our thought energy. So it's very important this week, guys, to protect your thought energy so you're able to earn more. Because I would love for every single person to earn more. And I want you guys to actually get personal with your goals on what it is that you have coming in. Obviously not on this call, but when you guys do your one-on-ones with me, because I know that for Audra, it's doing wonders. And I'm not going to disclose what she's disclosing with me, but at the same time, I am sharing with you guys that that's what I'm here for. So if you're not being open and honest on the calls, how much it is that you're bringing in, how much it is that you want to make every week, then maybe that's why you're falling short. And maybe that's why you're having to feel like you're doing other things and you feel like you need to do other things. I don't know, whatever the case may be for you, let's communicate that, because I know that there are people winning because they're opening up their doors to their homes and to how much they are earning so that they can prosper
long term, because this is long term, guys. This is about, like I said, consistency. This is always about maintaining it. It's never about making it, guys. And I want to thank you guys for making it to the entire, to the entirety of the call. Thank you guys for making it all the way through. Thank you guys once again. Next call that I will have for you guys will be next Sunday as well. It'll be open to the public on YouTube. All the other calls I'm going to be scheduling with every single person individually. So if you'd like a call, a trading call, let me know on the Mindset chat group. That way I can reserve your spot and we can do a one-on-one and do an hour like we normally do. So thank you guys again for watching, and feel free to share this with your guys' people, with your communities, if you guys found value in this. Also, another thing I will be doing, like I mentioned earlier in the call, for the people that were hopping on the call a little later, the giveaway is going to go to the people that have the most people that are new in these calls. So if you have, a friend that you decided to invite to our mindset talk to, share a little bit of time with us, then what I will do is I will cash out you money that next Monday. Because that's what I've been doing, well, not exactly that, but I've been doing different challenges for different people on our team to give away money every week, because I want to give back now that I've been put in a position to, lead and grow business here with you guys. So I thank you guys for allowing me to be your leader and your mentor. Thank you guys again for watching this call. I truly, truly appreciate every single one of you guys. God bless you guys for being on. Thank you guys again for watching Mindset Map Out the Week calls. Let's have a great, great rest of the week, guys. God bless every single one of you guys.